Welcome back to another episode of TVGP's We Roguelike It, show we are just getting through every roguelike we can get our hands on. I'm here with Boston. Joining me as always, Moop here.
Why? Why do you say that every
We
time?
love the roguelikes. We can't get enough of them. And thankfully, every
hmm
day about
I
400
think
come out on Steam.
I think you'll find that we don't love the roguelikes. It's in the title. We
That's right.
like the roguelikes.
That's fair. That's fair. It's not a we rogue love it.
This isn't a do you like me kind of question.
That's
Yes,
right.
no, checkbox. This
That's
is
right.
a do you like me question
Am I
mark
a
checkbox.
Zelda enemy or not? Yeah. I got good news, Moon, this week. This was my week. It clicked with me. I played
Okay.
a ton of it this week. I
Okay, you go first.
I have not finished the run that I am on. The run I was on last week continues.
hmm
I am at the end of the game. I have found 4 Genesis candidates.
Ooh.
2 of them are oxygen. I have like 13 crew members, I think.
hmm
So I'm not up to the 20 requirement. I'm not sure if I will be unless I can buy a bunch of O2 creating plants from a vendor or something, because I seem to have found most of them in the environment, but I probably just need to stop being a chicken and go onto the planets that say they are hard and just go farm them. Um,
Okay.
uh,
So
Go ahead.
hard isn't hard.
No,
Hard is not hard.
I found that out.
Critical is the problem.
So I found that out this week because as soon as we were done recording this, I went down to my PS5 and I fired it up, and I was like, before bed, I'm just gonna play some of this. And I saw a planet that had something I needed on it. I was like, well, yeah,
hmm
I'm already here. Let's just go down to the planet. And got instantly vaporized. I farmed one thing and something shot me once and I went down to 45 health, and I'm like, all right, bye. I'm getting right out of here. So I get out of there and I get back to the terminal in the hangar, and it was like, yeah, man, all these planets are critical. I was like, that would be
hmm
why. Oh, okay, cool. So I'm gonna leave. I turn my character to the left, and a being of pure light energy that was like a light ball with a rainbow trail on the back of it suddenly appeared on my ship. It seems to have joined me when I came back with the fruits of my mining.
I had the
And,
exact same creature last week. I was talking about this.
right, and I couldn't hurt it, and none of my crew members could hurt it, and it ripped through half of my ship before it suddenly died of a heart attack or something.
No, so you would have been doing damage to it, so how often do you pull a left trigger, Boston?
Not super often.
Okay, left trigger is a lock-on assist, just so you know.
Okay, that's helpful.
And when you get those specific gaseous ball of light enemies, if you pull the left trigger, it aims at the bottom, like the base of a hurricane.
Oh,
So in order to
okay,
do damage to it, you got to shoot at the bottom, like you're trying to hit
gotcha.
it with a rocket launcher. If you shoot
All
it at
right.
center mass, it just goes through it.
Yeah, it kept phasing through, and I was like, well, I guess this is where my run ends. So I
Uh-huh.
cleared that out, and I just recovered all my crew members. I just printed 3D printed a bunch of new humans, um, and I just started scouring the planets and building all of my stuff. My refinery is going like crazy. You got um, 3 reactors. I have 3 greenhouses. I pretty quickly unlocked the assault rifle, which chews through pretty much anything between the shotgun
I
and the
haven't
assault
tried the assault
rifle.
rifle yet.
It it dumps bullets. Its DPS was like 107 or something, and the shotgun is like 280 or something. It
Uh-huh.
says in game, and boy, it chews through bullets, but it also chews through enemies, which is really great. Um, I the thing that I had discarded in this game that I wish I hadn't early on. I don't know if we talked about it because we talked about the tutorials in the PDA, but I don't think we talked
Uh-huh.
about the tutorials by talking to the people, the clones that are working in the area
We have
that they're
not
in.
discussed that on the show, no.
Right. So each person, when they start in an area, they have a little exclamation mark above their head, and you can talk to them, and they have room specific tutorial items that are actually really good. And there were a
Mm-hmm.
couple, I don't remember what they are, but there were a couple I was like, boy, I really wish I had known that earlier. I should have talked to a video game character with a exclamation mark over their head, because that's kind of the universal symbol for I've got something to talk to you about. Um,
Yup.
and that was pretty great. And I gotta give you credit again, Moon. I think your tip of separating all of the space stuff out by
Uh-huh.
itself, I think that's the thing that saved the game for me, because once you can get over that early game hump of the lichen and everything is only going to be in this small area, you can police it pretty often. And boy, as soon as you get those people, like you said last week, as soon as you get
The
your clones
commanders.
leveled up to where they can just shoot anything, even the lichen and the eggs and stuff, I don't have to
So
do
helpful.
anything in my ship. Like, my
Uh-huh.
whole ship is automated now. It's great. I
Mm-hmm.
love it.
It's
And
super useful.
I didn't even know you could find plans for new robots out at sites on the planets,
Yep.
and they move like 3 times as fast as your
Did
base
you get the
ones.
W one too? The white one?
No, I got pink and black, so I've been printing the pink ones because those are great. But those things,
I got the white version, and it's got like 200 extra health and like
yeah,
3 times the speed.
those
I
things
was like,
book.
ah,
This is great.
why would I ever build any of the other ones?
Yeah, it's pretty impressive because so many of those upgrades feel really great. The suit upgrade for finding sites is a
It's so
must,
good.
because
Did you get
half
it?
of the yeah, like half of those I don't think I would have seen. I unfortunately ran out of time yesterday, but when I was playing, I went down to a planet that had 2 sites on them. I could find the one. I couldn't find the other one. It was in like a crashed spaceship. And I finally found that there was one of those module upgrades stuck in the side of a crashed ship that I could pull out
Uh-huh.
of and then go put that on my ship. So next time I play, I'm going to go put that in my ship and start upgrading some of these rooms. But um, I'm real. This is the thing about this show is sometimes we play for a month and we play a lot and we just scratch the surface and we kind of don't get it.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like a game like this, I'm glad we play for a month because it was just enough time for us to click with it. And now I think that
Mm-hmm.
Genesis Alpha 1 is an incredible game. I hated this game for the first 2 weeks. I really did. And I'm
I
glad we
struggled the
stuck.
first week. The second week, I was like, it's getting there. And then the
Yeah.
third week is just like, nope, I'm in. I'm
Yep.
100% in.
I'm really glad it clicked for me this week. I think it's on sale for $7 really frequently. This is a
Uh-huh.
pretty high recommendation from me. This is a really great game that I think just got overlooked. It's like the game club. Is it top of the pile, middle of the pack, or overlooked? Like you and I didn't hear
Uh-huh.
about this game until you stumbled upon it, and it's
Yeah, I literally picked it up on sale on the Xbox because it was like 75% off.
yep.
It was like $5, and it literally had as soon as it has 75% off, I click it just to see if it's something I might be interested in. I was like, roguelike, and then I looked at the trailer for it. It's like, ah, crap, I need to
Base
send this to
building,
Boston.
tower defense, upgrades, clones. It's like, yeah, man, all right,
Uh-huh.
sure, yeah, yeah. I'm glad it clicked with me, and I feel like this is one of those few roguelikes where it feels really good to have a really long run. Like
Uh-huh.
at the point where your ship is like, you need to build a second floor. Like your this floor is done. You cannot
Uh-huh.
make this sprawl anymore. Like that feels really good.
So it's something I texted you in the middle of the week.
Hmm.
I said to you that if you end up restarting the game,
Yes.
make sure you go into Galaxy settings and increase your reactor max to 7. Because
Hmm.
at the moment, the most reactors you can get is 5.
Right. That feels
Based on the
low.
default, and there is no reactor 2. There's
Oh,
only
okay.
the reactor 1. So
That's
you
strange.
you can have 5 reactors and then five people mining those reactors to give a little bit increase of energy there. I started a new run, like I said I was going to, with a new corporation, and I bumped that up to 7 because it's like I don't want to be limited by the reactor power. Don't get me wrong, that
Right.
might be a good constraint in some cases.
5 feels a little low though.
Yeah, because then it tops out like 440, I think, energy is the max.
Hmm.
And you have multiple different rooms, multiple different power draws, all that
Right.
kind of jazz to go on.
Because you
So
eventually
I
need
changed mine.
like X number of um, crew rooms. You need X number
Uh-huh.
of storage and greenhouses,
Greenhouses.
and like you can't just get away with one. Even if you're picking up the ferns that do like 3 biosphere with each planting, you still need multiple of greenhouses.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which same goes for like clone, like
Right.
laboratory, like quarters, that kind of stuff. Like you do
Yep.
need a lot of them, and all of that stuff uses energy. So I just bumped the reactors up to 7, just so I could have a little bit more of a long haul game here, because
Yeah.
I want to do a full run around. Let's see just how far I can push this kind of game.
How much of the universe can you clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I did start a new run. I started off with I think it's the German gun engineering
Yeah. I think that's the one I
faction,
started off with. Yeah.
because it allows you to have 4 artifacts to bring
Yes.
through. The tutorial gives you 2. That one gives you 4. Apparently, if you start with, based on the little bars that show up when you're choosing a faction, it looks like the Fremen and the Mechanics, the 2 locked ones
Hmm.
that you get for killing invaders, they have an almost full artifact bar. So
Wow.
I
All
wouldn't
right.
know how many you could start with there.
Right. Are you like
So
rocking 10? That'd be great.
yeah, it would be. It looks like it is 10 is the max. It looks like based on the number of squares.
Nice.
So of course I started with the artifact detector because,
Right.
or the location detector, because why wouldn't I?
Right.
I started with the shotgun because why
Yep.
wouldn't I?
Yep.
And I started with the beaming station because
Nice.
why wouldn't I?
Yep.
So I can literally be able to beam backwards and forwards on my ship already. I'm not there yet. I haven't built it because
Sure.
that takes panels, which are very difficult to find at the
Yeah.
start. But I started the game. I dumped me in the top northeast corner of the galaxy map.
Okay.
Uh, I just I did a bunch of building. I found a workshop too, so I now have the level 2 workshop available to me, so I
Oh,
can build like
nice.
turret 2s and the gun,
Yeah.
increase the guns. I just unlocked the slug launcher.
Okay. I think I just unlocked iron gun. Is that the same thing or are those different?
Yes, the
Okay.
exact same gun.
Yeah, where it's like it just
Um,
shoots a cannonball. It's like, wait, what?
it's a grenade launcher, dude.
Oh,
And
that's really good.
I need to see what it does. I need this to
Did you
happen. I need to.
did you ever unlock the flamethrower and the minigun?
Nope, nope.
I have both of those right now, and like the flamethrower is like, wartime relic from Earth. It just burns everything. It's really good for lots of small enemies. And I was like, yeah, for those bug planets, I'd just like to
Yeah,
like just spray.
a spider infested ship, for example, is
Yes, exactly.
a really good solution for that. Literally, kill it with fire,
Right.
please. Um, so I was jumping around, and it's interesting because my map currently I'm in the top right corner,
Hmm.
and then I've got like a dead zone loop around me, and then
Okay.
big squash of stuff in the middle going down.
Mm.
Big dead zone on the east side,
Hmm.
and then a squash of stuff in the bottom. So I was like, cool, I'll head towards the middle, and I cleared out all of the things in the northeast corner. I was like, cool. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna get every single site that I can find. I'm gonna go get every single like upgrade thing I can find.
Right.
Different corporations have different rooms. I did not know this.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Not the room names, but the room layouts. So
Oh.
the tutorial corporation, when you build a deposit room with the tutorial corporation, it's
Mhm.
just a single square exactly like the storage room, right?
Right.
With this one, when I built the deposit room, it's 4 by 5
What?
squares. It is a monstrosity of a room. It's huge. It's like got 4 different floors to it, essentially. And
Wow.
when the robots deposit into it, it just gets put on the wall, and then the more stuff goes there, the higher and higher up the wall this stuff goes.
Oh, I was wondering. Okay, I was wondering why my deposit rooms kept growing taller on my map. Now that makes sense. Yeah, because it has like a pulley system to like you put it in the little thing on the wall, then just tick 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 tick, tick like all the way up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like it's, and I didn't realize that until I built my deposit room. I was like, no, this should be one by one. This is a tiny little room based on my
Right.
previous experience. But the colors on the inside of the ship are different depending on what corporation you start with as well.
Oh,
Like
really? Because I've noticed it changing depending on the star system you go to. Like sometimes this one's green,
it does
sometimes this
that
one's
too.
sunny. I think that's a really cool
Uh-huh.
touch.
But yeah, like the coloration on the inside of the walls is all slightly different. The one I'm in now feels darker, like it's a darker color, like
Yeah.
paint. That still changes depending on the solar system you're in. Have you noticed what happens when you open a wormhole and you're looking out the bridge? You could
No.
see the wormhole outside of the bridge window when you're in a wormhole system. Like
Oh
it's
man,
just
that's
there
cool.
in
Jeez.
space. It's this really cool little thing. And then I jumped aboard a shipwreck and I was like, oh, I looked at my map and I can tell just by looking at the building, the rooms. It was like, this ship has a hyperdrive. It sucks that I can't go steal those plans for that hyperdrive.
Mm,
And then I was messing around, and thanks to my site detector, I know exactly where the sites are on these
right.
shipwrecks without having to crawl through an army of bug-infested vents, which is
Mm,
great.
gotcha.
So I found the site, I went underground, and that site had the hyperdrive. I was like, great. Now I just need a whole bunch of panels so I can build the hyperdrive system. Okay,
Right.
need to go find panels because this is important. So I started jumping towards the middle of the map and immediately hit a critical danger with everything.
Oh no.
Everything in the system was critical.
Were you focusing on what you needed in the tractor can and the tractor beam computer? Yeah, that list on the
Yes
left hand
and no.
side. Okay.
So
I
I
found
I,
that to
I
be
said,
sort of handy.
yeah, it can be, especially when you get intel and it's like, oh, this is where the pyro monsters are, and I'm
Yeah.
trying to research the pyro clone. Stuff like that can be super helpful.
I've been
Uh,
doing it for like I want to see all the O2 plants, and it's like, all right, here's one 5 jumps over there. There's one planet with the one there. I was like, okay, cool. Now I got my next objective.
yeah, like stuff like that is super helpful. But like, I thought, okay, so I'm not going to land on the planet yet for the critical difficulty, but there's a shipwreck here that says critical difficulty. And what's the worst that's going to happen?
Yeah,
It's
sure.
going to be filled with spiders.
Right. Spiders are
I
the
have a
worst, to be
shotgun.
fair. Yeah.
Yes, I have a shotgun. I have a laser gun. And I have the heal ability already, which I already unlocked. So great. I go in. What always seems to happen is you always seem to go into like the recreation room, which is like the multiple story like room
Oh,
that you've been into.
right.
I was like, okay, this is cool. So then I walk around the corner and a bunch of Fremen just show up and start
Oh
running at
boy.
me. I'm like, okay, so it's a shipwreck full of Fremen. That's fine, whatever.
I got a shotgun. It's fine.
Yeah, so I start dealing with them, and then I stick my head around a corner. There's a liquid metal dude standing down the corridor
Uh-huh.
with a minigun
Great. Love it.
or a grenade launcher. I don't know. All I know is I backed away and like because I'm pumping shotgun shells into it and it pops up above the head like the damage. So the Fremen was like minus 15 like
Hmm.
4 times or whatever. This guy had like 2. I was like, ah.
I might not be need to be here.
So I backed up into the safety of the crew lounge where I was like, okay, I'm just let him come around the corner and then I'm gonna shoot him and then see what I can do. I pumped like 50 shotgun shells into him
Hmm.
and then he got his gun clear of the door and one shot me.
Wow. Okay.
So I very quickly did not beam back aboard that ship, but boogied my way all the way to the southeast of the map so I can avoid being in the critical danger area for
Right.
now. I was like, I don't know what that guy was. I don't
That's not
know.
messing around though. Jeez.
I'm not going there for a while until I probably get the grenade launcher fixed and unlocked and
Right.
fully stocked with ammo. Because I don't want to be there. I don't. It had
No.
4 sights on it. That was the only reason I went there because it was like, it's got 4 sights. I was like,
Right.
cool. Not cool, as it turned out.
Jeez.
So now I'm in the middle difficulty or the low, the normal difficulty range in the
Right.
southeast.
The low
So
to
I'm hoping
normal.
that, yeah, I'm hoping to use that to build up my crew quarters, to build up my crew, to allow me to do things more efficiently. And then eventually I will make my way back there and hopefully deal with those problems as they arrive. But that
Right.
they hit like trucks. Like
That's I'm definitely going to be keeping out for the liquid metal dudes. The the
it
the
scared me.
Terminator.
I've seen the hologram dudes, which are cool as hell, dude.
Those are cool. I cleared out a number of planets of those, and having them both teleport onto your ship and come back with you is like, yeah, you guys are cool, but it's like about one
Mhm.
shotgun shot and you're down.
Yeah, I love the way they die, like with the blue, like
It
the Tron, the
Yeah,
disassembly
they
Tron effect.
shatter almost.
I really want to clone them because I found a Genesis candidate which is N2O, so I want the N2O people, and they are N2Os.
Ah,
So
okay,
I want to find them and use them to do the Genesis for this because I'm
right,
holding out now because I've got mostly humans, so I'm holding out now so I can get more plants that are N2O and then start building my crew now for that future
sure,
Genesis that's on the other side of the map.
right,
Which is the good thing about the site locator. I found it on like my fourth planet. I was like, cool, N2O. Now I know what I'm aiming for.
nice.
But I
Man,
love
this
this
game
game.
is cool. I really
Hmm.
like it. If you're listening to this and you haven't played this game, you really should. It is very cool, man. All right, I think that's all I got for week 4 here.
Science
Any
next.
Yeah, science next week. The scientists are gonna have a tough one this time.
Hmm.
Figure out where Genesis Alpha 1 sits. All right. Thank you everyone for listening, watching. We'll see you all next run. Bye.
Oh.